Learning to effectively display your data can help you communicate the results of your statistical analysis. There are many ways to display your data, including in Excel or other graphing programs, and multiple ways to do so in JMP. The options here are Graph Builder, so in the Graph menu, click on Graph Builder, and JMP will bring up a blank XY graph. From here, you can drop and drag to create the graph of your choosing. Using the CombiRx infection subset, I'm going to put weight in pounds on the x-axis and height in inches on the y-axis. JMP will give you a default graph, but it may not be what you want. In this case, we'd like to right-click or control-click in a Mac, remove the smoother, and change the points to either the line of fit, or you can simply add the line of fit if you'd like your points to remain. So we're going to add a line of fit, and this will show somewhat what the relationship between weight and height is. As you may expect, as weight increases, height also increases, though it's not a one-to-one relationship. One of the things that is very important in continuous data, so x-axis and y-axis are both continuous, is to make sure you have an aspect ratio, that is the ratio of the length of each axis to each other, of 1. Now you can try to drag the graph as close as you can, but the easiest thing is to right-click into the graph or control-click in a Mac and go to Graph and Size Scale and Frame Size. And here you can select your frame size. So if I like my horizontal or vertical, then I'll make them match. So I'm going to do 525 for both of them. And now you can see that my graph is square. You can click on the title to change it. In fact, we're going to change it from height underscore inches to height and inches in parentheses. And weight, we're going to change to weight with pounds in parentheses instead of displaying the variable name. This is a very simple graph. If I'd like to change the default axes, I can do so by right-clicking or control-clicking and changing axis settings. And here in JMP, then I could say make my minimum, if I wanted to make it 50, and my maximum 350, and press OK. And then that will give you a little bit more white space around here. You always want to make sure that you haven't cut anything off. So in weight, maybe we need to go up to 400 and press OK. And then for inches, we've started at 55 inches and it's going up to 85 inches. You can adjust that as necessary. Once you've finished, you can click Done in JMP. And you could actually export these files or save these files as pictures. So if I want to save this as, I can save it to the JMP journal, or I can export as an RTF file or an image. And if I save it as a TIFF file and click Next, then I can do Graph Builder Temp, export this, and then you'll see in Mac it will automatically open up the picture, and then you could insert this picture into any talk or Word file that you have. The other ways to display data in JMP will come up when we move into the analysis. Other effective ways to display data are in Microsoft Excel. I'm going to go ahead and open the graph from the notes on the infection data, and you can see here is the bar graph that I have for the type of infection. And this is a very simple Excel graph where I have a column for infection and a column for percent of infection, and I've simply selected a column chart, and then I've edited the chart as needed. Now, when you have categorical variables on the x-axis, you don't need to be so careful about the aspect ratio. To demonstrate that again, the aspect ratio is a 1-to-1 length of your variables when you have two continuous variables. So here I can do BMI on the y-axis, weight on the x-axis. I'm going to remove my smoother, and I'm going to add a line of fit. And you can see that my graph looks relatively square and the relationship looks very strong. However, if I drag out the line or the x-axis, it will look less related, or if I make the x-axis very short, it will look even stronger. So it's very important that you pay attention to how you display your data. As we go through JMP, we will see different ways to effectively demonstrate your data. For now, just know where Graph Builder is and begin to play around with it to see different ways that you can display your data.